How special was last night, mate, personally?
Well,
the result that you personally.
Yeah, no, the result wasn't the way we wanted to go. But I guess playing good footy was pleasing. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's dampened in the fact that we didn't win. And I had a few mates over, and I told them the change rooms aren't usually like this. It's such a fun environment when we win, and then it's no good when we lose. So yeah, it's a lot of guys. Myself included, there's a few instances that could have done things better, but we'll regroup and go again next week.
Take us through the emotions for the last 4-5 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, and I said it last night. I'm just trying to enjoy the moment and make the most of it. It was one of those things that I didn't know was ever going to happen, and now that it's here, I'm just trying to enjoy it for what it is. And like I said, trying to get friends and family to experience it as well is special, and it's a special club, and I'm thankful that they've given me an opportunity.
Harder or easier than you thought?
That's tough. Certainly harder. Yeah. The jump, I guess, Sample sort of prepared me, and it's probably a bit of I don't know if ignorance is the right word, but I just sort of come in and I still I've got to write names and numbers down because I still don't know who I'm playing against, and I was still there's so many things that I still haven't learned, so I didn't really come in with too many expectations. I just want to go out there and have fun and enjoy it. So yeah, the results are sort of taking care of themselves.
People talk a lot about grabbing opportunity with both hands when it comes, and you appear to be doing that better than most. Is that how you feel out there?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to make the most of the opportunity. Like I said before, it's one of those things I didn't know was going to happen. Now that I'm here, I just want to hold on for it as long as I can. So for me, I work closely with Rock, and one of the things that we identified is when I'm playing my best footy is just bringing energy and effort, and that's my role in this group. I'm not going to come out and star each night. For me, it's just playing a role, and that's what we do. We rely on an even contribution across 22 blokes, and I'm just trying to play my role.
But in terms of belonging, I mean, you haven't played as much football as most of the blokes you're coming up against, but it looks like you belong at the level. Do you feel it?
Yeah. Obviously, you want to have self-confidence and you want to have belief, and I've got that from the leaders. They come and chat to me before every game, and the coaches, and Pikey and that wouldn't have picked me if they didn't think that I belonged. And yeah, so that's getting reassurance from them is great, and self-reassurance is also pretty special.
Diamond in the rough sort of concept, don't you, Hughie?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, nah.
Seems to be the way that footy goes these days. You get your draft talents, and then the clubs that seem to push up even further can unearth guys like you. Yeah. Adelaide's got a great history with rookie listed blokes. They've had a lot of success with Charlie and Lairdy and JJ and guys like that. The recruiting staff will take full credit for that. They do a really good job, and Haggis in particular for me was instrumental. He was the one that I trusted when I decided I was going to play footy. I told him that he was the only one that I trusted, and the club that I wanted to come to was Adelaide. So yeah, we've done a pretty good job over the years, and the coaches do a great job in developing us, and we'll continue to improve in that way.
He really stalked you, didn't he? He posted a message from when you went over to the States. He stalked you for this.
Oh yeah, mate. He was any time that like a season of mine finished, I could expect a phone call within 24 hours or a text message. Whenever I came home to Australia, he's like, "You want to come and have a visit? You want to come and check the facilities and have a look around?" And I always sort of told him no, because I didn't want to get tempted, because I loved my basketball at the time, and basketball was what I'd put all my time and effort into. But sure enough, things changed, and here I am.
It's nice to have that someone wanting you.
yeah. He wanted me pretty bad too, but he wanted me bad, but it's good. He even visited me in the States a couple of times. I kept that pretty low key, but he and Nobes came and visited me in the States. So when they made the effort to get over there and have a look, I knew that, like I said, that I was going to trust them if they were going to put the effort into me.
What about your contest stuff last night? I mean, your first quarter that was one of the best first quarters going around.
I haven't seen it.
9 of 10 touches, 88% efficiency, and then you kicked a goal and laid a couple of tackles as well, and you sort of kept that consistent throughout the game.
Yeah, it's sort of coming off the bench. You sort of get the first couple of minutes, they're all getting into one another, so I come off the bench feeling refreshed and ready to go, and the game's sort of into the swing of things. So that's nice to come in, and like I said, as long as if I bring energy and effort for me, and that's my role within the team, then the results sort of take care of themselves. And like I said, I don't know too many other blokes I'm playing against or what's going on, so I just sort of go out there and have a crack.
What about 9 or 10 tackles? Is that right place, right time, or is that conscious effort? If if I don't have the pill, I'm going to tackle.
Yeah, that's my weapon. That's what I bring to the team is my pressure, and that, I guess that comes from the basketball background, being in close. Obviously, you wouldn't tackle in basketball, but when I spoke to old man, I was going through a bit of a form slump last year, and I didn't really have an identity at the time because I'd been away from the sport for so long, and he told me that back when I was playing junior footy that tackling and pressure was what I used to do well, so I thought, all right, I'll focus on that area, and sure enough, it helped me in the finals last year and has taken it into this season as well.
Draft on this morning, sorry, Maxie. Would you swap what we've had in the last 2 years at the Crows for hearing your name read out on draft?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And no, it's funny. Last night Ruffy came up and said you could have won 2 rings with Perth if you'd stuck around. I said, no, mate, I'd rather be out here running at Adelaide Oval. So, I'm very happy to be here.
Even after so long in the AFL, Scott Pendlebury, every time he touches the football, someone brings up that he used to be a basketballer. Is that a ceiling for you to aim for?
It's tough. You don't want to compare yourself to players like that, but my mates get pretty drunk every game that they watch me play because they have a drink every time the commentators say former basketballer. That's their drinking game. So they might need to think about changing that, but I think that'll follow me for a while. And at the time when I first got to the club, I didn't want it to be remembered as a basketballer. I just wanted to be known as a footballer. It's something that I'll embrace now, but I don't want to compare myself to players like that. He's 200-gamer, captain of Collingwood, and I'm 5 games in, so it's hard to make those comparisons, but the former basketball I think will stick around for a while.
What was the message last night? I mean, Pikey obviously said it was an off night. It's a bit lazy to say that you didn't take him seriously because you take all of them seriously, so their pressure forced errors and you just didn't execute?
Yeah, we identified a number of areas. For us, it was a disappointing night, as Pikey said, and we, as a collective, as a group, we think the fans deserve better, the members deserve better. So we haven't had a chance to review yet. We did go through a couple of things. It was hard to identify one area because we felt like a lot of areas broke down for us last night. So we'll review it on Monday. But for us, it's just been consistent. I mean, obviously, we definitely didn't underestimate them. They're still the Hawks. They've been the team to beat for a number of years now, and you can see the competition so even. If you don't bring the energy and effort required each night, then anyone can beat anyone, and that's pretty much what happened last night. Is
it more than energy and effort, though? Because as professionals, you assume you bring energy and effort each week. I mean, it's probably more an execution thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, probably you're right. I thought the energy and effort in the first half was great, but our skills weren't up to par. I thought we came in at half time, I felt like we could have been up a lot more. And in the second half, I thought it was almost a flip. In that, I guess, again, our skills weren't quite up to the level, but I think the energy and effort, Hawthorn raised it another notch, and we probably didn't go with them.
Their zone was really, really strong in the second half from the spectator's point of view. Out there, I mean, you get the footy on the back 50 and you look up and you see that. What's going through your head for most of the second half last night? Yeah,
we prepared for that. We knew that was what they were going to bring, but they certainly did a great job of delaying us, and that's the way we want to play is high octane and moving the ball fast. So we probably weren't brave enough with the footy at the time. They did do a really good job, and credit to them, not just them, but a few other areas that they were really good too.
I know you didn't play in the Sydney final last year, but a lot of grumbling fans around me kept sort of bringing up, the team hasn't changed that much since the Sydney final, the hardness and moving the ball like that. I mean, what do you say to that?
That's tough. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but we've shown that when we play our way and we play at a high level, we can still. We've beaten GWS this year. We've beat Richmond, who hadn't lost a game at the time, so we're capable of doing it. But it's a bit of self-belief, and when we get challenged, our ability to rise up and rise to the occasion. And I guess we didn't do that last night, and I guess in that final we didn't do that either. But we're confident in our list. We've shown that we can play at the level, but it's just about doing it when we need to.
That being challenged is the thing that I suppose gets raised the most, because when you're good, as you say, you're really good, but the challenges this year, the sort of 50-50 contests, so far this year have mostly gone the way of the opposition. Is it a mental thing? What do you have to change?
I guess it would be a mental thing. I mean, we've got the skills, we've got the talent. For us, we're obviously a great bunch of blokes, but when we get challenged, we need to be able to throw that aside and be the opposite. And we've got guys more than capable of doing that. But we've got to be able to show it. And that was probably the closest game we've played this year. We've had a couple of blowouts. So to get a close game was a good test for us, and hopefully next time we'll come out the winning side.
Thoughts on going to India to play Essendon?
Yeah, I've only just sort of been told about that. I haven't done India. I've done a lot of places around the world, but haven't quite done India. So I think, I wouldn't know too much about it.